Hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Zahwan from Indonesia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to learn how to convert from Figma to Flutter, which we will use Food Recipe app UI design from Sketch repo. So our application will look like this, which is we will implement page view with awesome animation. And I hope it could be useful to apply to your next project. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first thing first, I want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me to this channel by subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you want to support me, you can give me a donation through PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or another platform. Link in the description below. And if you want to be my supporter right now, you can join membership on my YouTube channel. Just click join and deep thanks for you if you want to support me on this YouTube channel. Alright, so today's video, as I said before, we will learn how to convert from Figma to Flutter, but right now we will download from Sketch repo. Alright, so the UI design will look like this. Link in the description below if you want to check this freebies or UI design. Alright, so let's say thank you to the designer, which is Hijin name. You can check the Dribbble profile. Just click this, and yeah, as we see, there's only 2 screens. And let's download this, and it will go to Google Drive, and the format is Sketch, but you can import Sketch file to Figma. And if you have download, let's import to your Figma account. So when you have import to your Figma account, it will look like this. Alright, so as we see, we have 2 page, which is this kind of like, let's name it as onboarding. And this is the home screen on the main page, which is we have a page view, but we can also use like a horizontalist view. But for this tutorial, I prefer to use a page view. And as we can see, the active page view, the opacity will be 100%, but the next on the another index, it will like grayed out, or the opacity will decrease. And as we can see, the active index, it will the height is 100%, but the unactive, it will like smaller with this. So it is possible to do in Flutter. So let's do that. And below that, we have just like a list view, a list of popular recipe. But for this tutorial, I will use like the real, what we say, the real image, not like this icon. Alright, and as we can see here, it's kind of like a dummy text. It's like a lorem ipsum, but for this tutorial, we will use like the real recipe. We can get it from the internet. Just copy that and implement as a model to our Flutter project. Alright, so the first, you have to download the Flutter starter project, link in the description below. You just download it as usual. And if you have download, let's open with our favorite IDE. And as usual, I use Visual Studio Code. Alright, let's open it. And if you have opened the starter project, our starter project will look like this, because as usual, we haven't yet get our dependencies. So just do it, go to terminal, and then Flutter pub-get. Wait a second. Alright, look like this, and let's see. in this starter project, I have provide for you like components and then models. And let's check the pubspec.yaml. And in our pubspec.yaml, I have declared like the dependencies we need in this project. But as we can see, we just declare one dependencies, which is Flutter SVG. And I have declared like assets, which is assets, image, and fonts. We use SF Pro Text, and I have prepared for you here fonts, image, and so on. And let's see our model, which is receipt. And in this receipt model, I have prepared for you like a demi data, as I said before, with the real name without using dummy text. So we say vegan and so on. Okay, so first let's go to our main file, and in this main file, and we see that our application name as app, and we use stateless widget. And when we run this application, it just white screen because as we can see, our home it's kind of like using a scaffold, just empty scaffold. Alright, so below of our debug so checked mode, let's say theme. And for now, I don't create a custom theme because as we can see, we just have like two screen. But if our application bigger, I recommend you to create a theme file without declaring here. Okay, and for the font family, let's say SF Pro Text, and for the color scheme, let's make it as what we say. So I want to change the color scheme, and we say secondary change to orange, and we see error. So let's remove this const modifier. And for our home, let's make it to be a login screen, or what we say, it's kind of like onboarding. So let's say as onboarding screen. Alright, so this onboarding screen doesn't exist. So let's go to screen folder and create a new file, name it as onboarding screen, and let's make it as stateless widget, name it as onboarding screen, and let's import material. Alright, and as we can see in our onboarding screen, we have image, text, and two button. So here we return scaffold, and as we know, scaffold has a body, and for the body we set it to what we say padding, and for the padding we can make it to be all 32.5. We can see from the design, yeah, 32.5. And padding have a parameter child, and for the child we use a list view, and list view have parameter children, and for the children, the first children is size box, and for the size box we use like a media query of context.size, which is height 0.1, which is it means that we use a dynamic size box using this media query. So it means that the size box will be it's kind of like 10% of the height for any device. Okay, and below that we have a container for the height. Let's make it to 213. For the color, let's make it as color.amber. Okay, and it will be our image. So we see 213, and below that we have size box again. And for the height, let's copy from this, and but we change this to 0.05, which is this kind of like 5% of our height. And below that we have a text. For the text, let's just copy this, paste here, and we need to declare like style. And for the style, we say textile, and textile we can set like a font size 20, and then font weight make it to 500, which is medium. And for text align here, we say center, and we just need to copy this, duplicate it. We need to change to this, change here. All right, and below that, but between this text, we can add like size box here, make it to 1%, and below the second text, we add another size box which is 10% again, and below that we have container again with the height is 50. And for the decoration we use a box decoration because we will create this button. So box decoration we say border radius, and for the radius border radius dot circular we say 26.5. And because as you can see this kind of like a gradient color, we say gradient, we say linear gradient, and linear gradient has parameter like a begin. For the begin we use alignment dot top center, because as we can see when we click this it's from top to the bottom, so we say alignment top center to bottom center. So for the end, as I said, which is alignment dot bottom center, and for the color we use a list of color. So the first color is a 0xff and f692.5c, and just copy this, paste here, and change this color to be what we say f37552. You can see from the design. Okay, look like this. And inside our container we can like give style using text, and we can say like sign up. And for the text style we can copy from this, so here we can, here, and we can change to 18, and this is to 900, which is semi bold. And that's for our first button, which is sign up button. And we just need to copy this, so copy this, paste below, and we need just to change on the gradient to color, because as we can see our login button just like a white color, and change this to login, look like this. Alright, so let's go to the first container, which is this for our image, but we can use like a decoration because we want to call image here. And we say decoration image, and for the image parameter we say assets image because we have saved it on our asset folder, which is assets image and img onboarding. Alright, so let's try to run our app. But before that we need to import our onboarding, so we can see import screen. And now let's run our app. Alright, so as we can see, this is our onboarding screen, and let's fix this sign up and login button. So let's go to onboarding file, and let's go to our container, and we need to wrap our text widget using center, and this using center again. And let's see the design, and we need to change this to 16 and regular. So the second text 16 and regular, which is 400. And let's see. All right, and maybe we need to add this here, and we need to change the color. So let's see the color, and we say here, and let's see, and for this color change to this. So here we say color, and for the color. All right, look like this. And for the sign up, let's change color to white. Okay, so the onboarding screen will look like this. So we don't use like a static size box. We use what we say. As I said, I use media query. So this is 10%. This kind of like 5%. This 10% again. So look like this. Okay. So let's close our onboarding screen, and the next is like home screen. So our home screen haven't yet exist, so let's create inside our screen folder. Let's create home screen, and let's name it as home screen, import material, and let's go back to main and import our home screen. All right, so look like this. Okay, so inside our home screen, I think we use stateful widget, and we need to return scaffold again here. And inside our scaffold widget, we use background color, and for the color, we use a custom color, which is look like this. And below of our background color, we say body, we use a save area, and for the child, we use list view, and list view have parameter children, so we say children right here. Okay, and for the first children, let's see, we have this home screen app bar. So let's see primary, let's set it to true, and here inside our children we say padding. For the padding we say symmetric, because as we can see here we have a padding 32.5. And for the child, let's set it to row widget, because we have two widget, this for title and this for button navigation. Alright, this is a horizontal, and the second one is a vertical. Let's make it to 16. Okay, and row have a children. For the first children, let's make it as a text widget and give a text receipts. And for the style, let's say style. For the text style, we give font size, make it to 30. For the font weight, set it to 900. We have an error right here. So we miss this and give a comma. So look like this. And the next is the next children is a size box, and with the height 36. And for the child, what we say, so we say svg picture dot assets, and we say assets svg and icon nav. And let's restart our app. Okay, icon nav dot svg, I mean. Okay, and now we see our nav bar, and we say space between. Okay, look like this. Let's check the color. Copy this and say here color, and let's give a const modifier. Okay, and below of our nav bar we say, which is below of our padding here, we say size box, and for the height 16.53. And below that we say page view receipt list, and this doesn't exist, so let's create. Go to component, and let's create page view receipt list, and let's make it as stateful, name it as page view receipt list, import material. And what we say, we need to return size box, because this have a height, and copy this height. And for the child, we use page view dot builder, and page view builder have a parameter like padding n, we set it to false. And for the controller, we use a patch controller, and here we create a controller, name it as patch controller, and initialize using patch controller, and inside that we say viewport fraction 0.75, look like this. And the another one is a current page, we set it to 0. Okay, and yeah, and below that we say item count, and for item count we say receipt.length. And as I said before, this receipt is our model, so it's return how many receipt inside this receipt list. So I just say receipt.length. And for the physics, let's make it as a bouncing. So we use bouncing scroll physics. And for item builder, we say context and index as usual. And we say we want to return something right here. And we use what we want to return is a receipt card and give a semicolon. But this receipt card doesn't exist, so let's create. So let's create file receipt card dot dat, and let's go to our receipt card, and let's make our receipt card to be stateless widget, and we say receipt card and import material, and our receipt card will return what we name it as animated container. So animated container, and animated container have a parameter like a duration. So we use a duration right here, and millisecond, not micro, millisecond to be 500, which is it's kind of like a half of second. And for the curve, we use curve dot is what we use is out quit. So we use is out queen. Yeah. So the next is we need to create like here inside this we create like we name it as blur active 16, I mean. And this active doesn't yet exist, so let's create here. We create the first boolean is active, so it's check whether our cut is active or the current cut is active or not. And the second one is integer for our index, and we need to call our model, which is receipt, and we need to import receipt. And it means that now we have to say this is active, and this index, and this for receipt. Okay, and I use this question mark to mark our properties or our parameter to be not required to be like what we say is optional, but we can make it to as required. Okay, so this mean that when our cut is active, and we set the blur radius to be 16, and when not active, set the blur to 0. So the blur is for our the blur is for our box shadow. We will see later. And the next is offset, and we say active, and this we say 4, and when not active is 0. And the last but not least is top. So when active is a 0, and when not active is a 46. So let's see the design, and let's click the active cut. The height is 401, and when the cut is not active is 355. So let's do some calculation right here. So the active height is 401. When the cut is not active, the height is 355. So it will be 46. So why they set it to 46? Okay, just a simple explanation. I hope you understand what I mean. And here we say using margin, and the top set it to top variable, and the bottom set it to 0 because there is no margin on bottom. And for the right, we set it to 15.5. So let's see here, 15.5 the right. And the left, we use using ternary operation again. When the cut is active, we give a left margin to be 330, what we say 32, and when not active, set it to 0. From the design, the margin is 38, but this is okay. So let's check our home. So I want to make it similar with this. So this kind of like 32.5. So I think let's make it to be 2.5. Okay, to make it to be consistent. And decoration, we set it to box decoration. And because we want to use border radius, and we use circular 32, and color we call from our model, which is start color. I have provide for you. And box shadow, we set it to box shadow. And for the color, opacity 10%. And for the blur radius, we use a blur variable. And offset, we say offset, and 0 comma offset. Okay, and below of our box shadow, we say image, and we use a decoration image. And for the image, we say assets image, and we call our assets image slash and dollar sign and curly braces. Let's call our model, and we say receive image look like this. Okay, and we need to add parameter, which is fit box fit dot cover, cover not content, cover. Okay, and we have done to add this image as the background. And the next is we want to give a what we say we want to give this linear color, and the color for the bottom. Okay, so inside our animated container, yes, exactly, inside our animated container, we haven't yet add the child as the child. And for the child, we use stack widget, and stack widget have children. And for the first children is container. And inside the stack widget, when the widget call first, it will be on the back. And it will be on the back, yes, that's right. And why I call the container first? Because I want to make a container to be as a background for our receipt title. So here, for the container, we use a decoration. And for the decoration, we say box decoration. And because I want to add a border radius, but now we say circular, and we say 32. Okay, and for the next is a gradient. We use linear gradient, and inside that we say color. And color have parameter, which is list of color. So we say start color and end color. So the first is for this, I mean for our linear gradient. So we use this. But for this, we say opacity to be 30%. Okay, so okay, we have to add this null safety. when you use Flutter more than 2.1, I think. And here, begin, we set it to alignment to bottom right. So as we can see, it's from the bottom right to the end is a alignment to top left. Yes, that's right. And for the tile mode, we say clamp to make it not tile mode have many options like clamp, decal, mirror, and so on. But for now, we use a clamp, so you can check the documentation on Flutter website. So you can check it. And for the stop, let's make it to 0.3 and 0.6. Okay. And yeah, this is for our gradient, and below of our container we use a position widget, and position widget have parameter like bottom set it to 0 and left set it to 0, right set it to 0. All right, and for the child we use container, and for the container we use a padding to give a padding, and we say only let's set left to 24, right it to 16, and top to 10. So let's check this. Okay, left is 24, the right is around 16, and bottom 26.5. Okay. And below that we add a child, and for the child we give text widget, and we say receipt, and we say receipt name, and what we say, okay. And for our container we need to say decoration, because we want to set the border radius to be only bottom left and bottom right. So here bottom left set it to 32, and copy in the value. Bottom right is similar. Okay. And to avoid overflow, we say overflow, set it to ellipsis, and max line is just 2 line, and for the style we use text style, for the size 18, and for the weight is 900, and for the color set it to white, look like this. And the next is for our this. So below of our position widget, we use position again, and for the bottom set it to, let's check it from the design, it's around 85, so we say right here 84.75. And for the left set it to 0, and for the right set it to 02. And for the child we use a padding, and for the padding we say symmetric, and horizontal set it to 16. And for the child we use row widget, because we have this and this. So for the row widget we set children, and for the first children, okay, I want to make it smaller. And what we say, the first children is a container, because we want to give padding right here, and we use symmetric. And for the horizontal value is 8.5, and for the vertical is 5. All right. And for the next is a height is 24. So let's check the design is this height is 24, and for the width make it dynamic. So it's based on our child, but now we give a box decoration, set it to border radius dot circular, and set it to 12. So let's see the design. Yes, that's right, it's 12. And for the color, make it to be what this color is. Yes, it's white, so we use color dot white. And below that we set the child to be text widget with the text is receipt. And let's set the styling using text style. The first one is a font size is around 13, and for the color, let's set it to start color from our model. Okay, we have finished for this component. And the next is for this. Okay, so still inside the row widget and below of container, we use row widget again. And for the children, we set it to svg picture dot asset and change to asset svg slash icon share dot svg. And just duplicate this and change this to icon bookmark, and yeah, look like this. So let's add cons modifier right here. Okay, okay, we have we still see okay, we have done with the receipt card. So let's go to receipt list, and now insert our receipt card, we can set like active, set it to active, and for the index, set to index, and the last is for the receipt, we say receipt list and we say index. And here inside item builder, we create a new variable, name it as active, and active equal with index and current page. Look like this, and we see error. And let's import. Okay, we have import our receipt card. Look like this, and what we need to do is below of this, before the closing statement, we need to say init state, and let's modify this. And here we say page controller at listener, and let's create new variable, name it as position, page controller dot page dot round, and we use a if statement right here. If current page not equal to position, and okay, give this. Okay, let's go back to home screen, and now import this, and let's restart our app. All right, so we see when the card is active, which is the current index, it will be height is 100%, and when it's not active, it have a margin top, it's around 46, as I said before on receipt card. And let's fix this. Go to receipt card again, and let's go to our row widget, and here we say main axis alignment space between. Okay, look like this, and maybe here between icon we add size block with the width is 8.65, look like this. And now let's fix this, which is this receipt name. Where is this? So okay, it's inside this container. So the position, that's right, container. Okay. We missed the height. The height is 87. And now as we can see, okay. And inside our decoration, we have to say color, and we call our start color. Okay, so we remove this, and let's add this. Okay. Okay. So like look like this. We have container. Let's see the design. Okay, container. And we have this linear gradient. And let's do another amazing animation. What we need to do is we need to go to receipt list, and let's go to page view, and here we return a receipt card, and we need to wrap using widget, and we use opacity, and opacity have a powerful parameter which is opacity, and we use ternary operation using current page, and we want to check if current page is equal with our index. We set the opacity to be 1, and it's not, it's set to a half. So it means that when the card is active, we set the opacity to be fully 100%, and when our cut is not active, we set the opacity to be a half or 50%. So let's restart our app. And now as we can see, and when our cut is not active, the opacity to be 50% as we see. And let's drag to the left. All right. All right. Whoa, it's awesome animation. Okay. And as I said on receipt cut, this margin also dynamic. So we set based on our active index. So when the cut is active, we give the left margin, it's around 32, and we also give this 15.5 as we see on design. So we can customize the page view as we want. So look like this. So let's go back to home screen, and we have finished this our receipt page view, and below that let's go here, page view receipt list. What we say right here, we add the padding, and for the padding let's add symmetric and horizontal, set it to 32. Okay, and padding have a parameter child, and for the child set it to row widget. Okay, and row have children, and for the children, the first children is a svg picture, and svg picture assets, we say assets svg icon popular dot svg, give a comma, and then we give size box with the width is a 4.26, and the next is a for text. For the text, set it to popular, and for the style, font size 20, and color we set from this, copy this, and paste here. Look like this, and let's see popular. And below of our page view, we need to add like size box with the height is 42.52. Look like this. And below that we have a regular list view. It's a vertical list view. So what we need to do is below of our padding here, we add size box again with the height is 16, and we need to add cons here and here. Okay, and below of our size box we add popular receipt list, and this file haven't yet exist, so let's create again popular receipt list, and for that we use a stateless widget popular receipt list, and let's import material, and we need to return padding. For the padding symmetric, set it to 32, and for the child let's make it as list view.builder, and we need to remove this first. Okay, and for the basic we want to make it to be scrollable, so we use never scrollable basic, and item count make it to be receipt.length, because for now I haven't yet create like a popular receipt model, so we use this receipt model. So for the string web, set it to true, and item builder context and index, and we return something right here. We return container, and inside this container we set the height to be what we see, it's 98, and for the margin only bottom 16, and for the padding all 16, and for the decoration we use box decoration, and for the radius not shadow, for the radius set it to circular. 15, 14. For the colors, make it to transparent. So we don't give any color as we see here. And for the child, we use row widget, and inside this row widget, we can say like main axis alignment, set it to space between. And for the children, the first children is we make it as expanded. And for the child, we use row widget again. With the children is a container, and with the height is we can copy from this. And for the width, make it to 73. And for the decoration, we use book decoration. And for the border radius, circular 12. And image, we use assets image, and we call our assets using assets image and dollar sign, and we call from our model receipt index and receipt image. Okay, look like this. And don't forget to set the fit box fit to cover, and look like this. And we have finished the first one, and we need to add this a little padding 18.56. So below of container, we add size box with the width 18.56. And the next is expanded again. For the child, we use column because as we can see, we have this two text from top to the bottom. So we use column, and inside this column we say children, and for the text, let's make it to be receipt index receipt name. And we have an error. Okay, remove this. Okay, and to avoid overflow, we use ellipsis and max line just one. And for the style, for the font size, let's make it to 17. And for the font weight, make it to 500. Look like this. So I want to close this first, 500. Okay, and let's copy this, give a comma here, and make it as a receipt maker. I mean receipt maker, but we need to wrap this using a string concatenation. So we say and dollar sign, and we give a look like this. Okay. Set it to 14 and remove this. Okay. And the next is for this, we also use a column. So give a comma here, give a comma here. So let's see the widget tree. So inside our widget, we have expanded and expanded. Okay, here. And below of our expanded, we add column. And for the children, we use circle avatar, and we can give radius. Radius is a half of the diameter. So when we check this, the height is 30. It means that this 30 is the diameter of the circle. So we set the radius to be 15. And for the child, let's make it to be text widget. And here we can call receipt index.receipt maker, and we need to add a square braces. Index 0, it means it will pick the first string of the receipt maker. So it means that if the name is Abdulaziz, so it will pick a abjad. So it's something like that. Okay, and we use a style, and textile, and for color we make it to be receipt index dot start color, look like this. And inside this we set background color, set it to receipt index dot end color. Okay. And we add spacer to push the widget to be bottom, and below of spacer we add row widget, and row widget have children, and for the children let's make it svg picture asset, and we call assets and svg and slash icon share gray dot svg, and just copy this, and here between that we give a size box, and for the width 7.65, and we change this to bookmark, look like this, and let's add the const modifier. And let's go back to home screen, import this. So I hope there's no error, so let's restart our app. So we see our list. So let's fix this. So let's pick to popular receipt list, and it's inside expanded. So what we need to do, so let's go to expanded, which is the receipt name and receipt maker. So inside that we say cross axis alignment, set it to start. Yeah, that's right. And for the main axis alignment, set it to center. Yeah, that's right. And let's go to the column widget here below of our expanded, and for the main axis alignment, set it to center, and for cross axis alignment, set it to end, look like this. Okay, and so as I said that we just pick the first string of our receipt maker here. So let's go to receipt maker, which is column receipt maker, and let's change this to end color. How about start color? Okay, so look like this. So we don't use like icon, but we use the real receipt image, but as we have inside our asset folder. And the last but not least, so let's back to home screen, and let's check inside our component folder. I have provided for you a bottom navigation bar, look like this. So let's go to home screen, and inside our scaffold widget we say bottom navigation bar, and we say my bottom navigation bar, look like this. And now we have a custom navigation bar, look like this. And as I said before, this popular list cannot be scrolled, so because I make it to never scrollable basic, because we have list inside list, so I think it's better to make the second list to be never scrollable basic, and inside the home screen for the list view to be parent, and I make it to be primary to be true. So yeah, look like this. So let's see the design. So okay, I think we need to change this color. So let's go to popular receipt and receipt maker ya. And receipt maker style not this expanded, I mean expanded receipt maker, and here we can set the color. Let's copy from this, copy this, and yeah, and for the next is for this, copy this, go to here, yeah, look like this. So look like this, our receipt app with some animation. So you can try to run this application on another device. I hope it will be responsive. Okay, so I think that's enough my video today. If you have any question or comment, write it down under comment field. And if you want to download the final project for this tutorial, you can check link in the description below. Thank you so much and see you again on the next video.